Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Mission accomplished on that throw. Slant, pick up the first down. I like how he just put it on the receiver and didn't lead him on that one.
Happened quickly. Defense, not much they could do. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Room to run past midfield. And just shedding him off there. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Out of the gun, he'll throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. From the 30 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Hauled in left side here by Jennings. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this is caught. Jennings. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Garoppolo now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 33. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drop?
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 67 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Here's the former Raven fullback, Kyle Juszczyk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now a dump off here complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, what a catch by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And this one brought in by Sanu. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, 49ers. Elijah Mitchell from 13 yards out. And the 49ers are back within a score. They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and a 2-point conversion is successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That would complete to Prochet. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Jackson to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. That's Samuel, caught left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. On play action, now Garoppolo. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Flushed out right. 1st down and more for Jackson. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a scintillating run by Lamar Jackson as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
You keep fucking getting my field goal. Oh my gosh.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the one. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only
they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That was a 99-yard
The mistakes
touchdown.
continuing to pile up, and it looked
Holy
like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. He will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
That was a special return. And it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong, sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raven offense.
Lamar Jackson touchdown. Watch this again.
This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call the
Jackson.
No! I knew that was bad.
And this is scooped up by the 49ers. So potentially a turning point in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game.
Probably
We're
you
going to reach
subscribe
for
to
the
my
football
YouTube.
whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Garoppolo. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. Touchdown.
What?
Elijah Mitchell. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. They're going to try and run.
Get him, get him.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short. And they'll come up empty on the try for 2. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
left, right, and Z go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time,
My
not
goal
only
is to
the
jump
turnover,
over you.
but that turned into 6. Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
What the fuck?
And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And this is going to be 49er football. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game.
Oh, my God.
Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. It's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 1st and goal. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Mitchell will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. On the return is Duvernay.
What the fuck?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that one there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson connecting with Andrews.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
Throwing, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Jackson to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win.
GG, bro. My YouTube's my username, bro.
Maximizing your roster. This is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Thinking back to 2015, didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very